So we were up this morning. We're in Livorno, Italy, and we are trying to get to the MSC cruise ship. This morning, we thought that we could take an Uber, but they don't have an Uber here. And so plan B, that was plan A. Plan B was to take a taxi. So we called the number that the condo that we were staying at, the host gave us to the taxi company. And he said they were busy, they didn't have any taxis. So there goes plan B. Plan C was Kevin went online and found that there's a shuttle that's supposed to that can take you to MSC cruise ship from this little tourist area, which we didn't make it over yesterday when we were exploring. Hope you can hear me. The ladies, I don't have my microphone on, singing beautiful music. And so hopefully we can get the shuttle over. That's plan C. Plan D is to just walk it and hope that we'll see a taxi along the way and someone will pick us up. So one way or the other, we're going to get on that ship by 2 o'clock before they close it up, and then we set sail at 4 p.m. today. It's a beautiful day in Livorno, Italy, and I'll turn my camera around. Livorno is a beautiful city.
Hello and welcome. I am Trinice West, and this is my husband, Kevin. We recently retired, and our channel is all about our retirement journey, our travels across the U.S. and throughout the world. Join us on our adventures. So we found a shuttle in the city center with an MSC sign on it. There were people getting off the ship and going on excursions to Pisa. We boarded the shuttle with our luggage, and there were a few other people on the bus as well. The shuttle took us to the ship, and we went inside where they were doing security checks. It was a little strange because they usually check your documents and then you go through security. Finally, a security person said that we were in the wrong place because we hadn't been processed to be on the ship. So it looks like there was some sort of mix-up from the shuttle bus, from the city center to the check-in area for the cruise. So we got on another shuttle and went over to the check-in area for MSC. This was a bit of a mess, but on the bright side, the shuttle bus took us to the area where we were able to drop off our luggage and start the process of checking in for our cruise. We finally got through the long line and arrived at the counter. When we got to the counter, the cruise representative kept going through our passports. He asked us to wait there while he checked some information, so we waited patiently. When he came back, he asked us, "How did you get into the country?" We told him that we had arrived on a transatlantic cruise on Norwegian Cruise Line, and we entered the Schengen zone in Spain and disembarked from our last port in Civitavecchia, Italy. The representative said that we didn't receive a stamp upon entering the country. We told him that we didn't get a stamp and we didn't go through customs in Italy. He then said that we would have to talk with the polizia before we would be allowed to get on the ship. We couldn't believe it. Fortunately, or unfortunately, there was another couple who also got off the same NCL ship in Civitavecchia, and they were told to go to the police station. So when we showed up at the MSC check-in counter, they asked all of us, both couples, to wait in a designated area and the police would come to us. The MSC staff were very friendly, but they were not going to let us on that ship without some type of documentation. It was frustrating, and we ended up waiting for almost 2 hours. I'm not sure who was to blame here, NCL, Italian Customs, or MSC, but we were finally able to get on after completing some documents with the police. But we were determined not to let it ruin our trip. But that was crazy, and I was just so happy that we made it on the ship with our luggage before they set sail.
Okay, guys, so we are finally getting ready to get on the ship. It has been quite an ordeal. We're finally getting ready to get on. It's actually a beautiful day, and it's warmed up, so looking forward to this trip.
So each deck is named, as far as I can tell, after a artist. And so this one is Raffaello, and it gives information about him. And then you'll see his copies of his paintings throughout.
So we just got on the MSC Grandiosa, and our cabin was actually ready, unlike NCL. And beautiful. The ship is beautiful, but Italians usually have beautiful things. And so you walk in, and to your left is your shower. You can see here. And I like the fact that there's a door. Really pretty. Nice size too. You got some shelves over there. Here's your sink. And not sure what's down here. I don't know what that is. Oh, you can pull it out. Yeah. Okay, pull it out a little. Guess you can put stuff down there, not very much. And a little shelf there. Yes, place you can hang stuff there. A little mirror or something here. Your towels are here. You can come in there, and some more towels down there. Let's see if I have all the lights on. Here we go. Lights. You come on into the cabin. I'm gonna close this. Oh, another place to hang your. There's a lot of places to hang things. There's the door coming in. And more places to hang things. I like that. A lot of little hooks. Big, huge mirror here. 4-length mirror. So that's very nice. And here is, this is an interior cabin on the 12th deck. So there's your room. You've got nightstands on both sides. It looks like lights. Over here is another mirror. So beauty is everything. You have chairs. Looks like that could be a little table and a chair underneath there. And this looks like a fridge. Maybe here. Yeah, fridge with different items for you there. I'm not really sure what that is. This is kind of nice. Little ice thing here with your glasses there. Couple outlets, like the regular 110, and then you have your 220 over there. That's a telephone. Okay, so here you have your closet right there with room at the top, and then you also have another area there with your safe and hangers, and there's a drawer there, and another drawer there. Oh, nice clothes. Okay. And then there's places there like that. And nice trash can there. And of course, Europeans are a little bit better about recycling than we are. You have food, paper, and plastic on your trash can. That's it. That is our room on the MSC Grandiosa Deck 12 interior cabin. So we're starting at the top of the ship, and one of our favorite places so far. This is the Sky Lounge. It's very quiet, adults only area. So nice views. They have music in here at night, and You get snacks, something to drink, or nothing at all. So, very nice. It's very relaxing. Adult area without any kids. And so the ship is simply beautiful. This is called the Sky Lounge. Um, there's no one smoking here, so it's not like one of those kind of lounges. Just more of an adult area. Now there is a smoking room for people who do smoke. There's like a whole smoking, yes, right there, straight ahead, smoking room off to the left. I'm gonna go there. They also have these little touch screens everywhere, which is kind of cute. Really high tech ship. So I had to get up really early to record this video because one of the things, at least I've noticed about this ship, is very large, but it is very crowded. So if you don't like crowds, this ship may not be for you. It doesn't bother me as much because the areas that I'm going to have not been that bad. Here's a whole court here, and you see out there's a walking track that she's on, sports bar, and all that here. Okay, so this is deck 7. They're having like a wedding cake contest over there. They're simply beautiful, the cakes, if you can see them. Here's it's a bar right here. I can't remember what kind of bar it is, but look at the atrium. It's gorgeous. And look at the steps. They sparkle. As you go down them, they sparkle. So really pretty. In the evenings, they have a piano player. Sometimes they have a band down there. We'll go down there next. So you go through this way, and you have the specialty restaurants. So here you have Butcher's Cut. And what's nice, you have this whole little area here, and it's almost like you're outside. It's really cool. So we went there yesterday for brunch at the Butcher's Cut. Really good. Great breakfast. There. And here you have teppanyaki. So you can go in there and come over here and have sushi. And that's what's nice. You can sit here all along here and look down. So this is the sushi bar. It's one excursion desk. They've got a couple. Now here you'll have an area where the entertainment staff, they will be here and they'll have dancers and people singing and whatever kind of performances there. You see that. Now up above, this here changes, and so like a whole light show and have different themes. So it's beautiful. I know we use that word beautiful a lot. Okay, here you have a pub. Now the food here is extra. Of course, again, specialty restaurants. But you can sit along here. That's one of the things I love about the ship. There's so many areas to sit, little alcoves and things that sometimes you don't find on cruises. So it's really nice. And I like the fact that you're just walking through different areas and you don't have to necessarily walk in the casino. And so from here you can see the view. Just stunning. There's another TV studio and bar. They do different events in there. That's another one. I won't go in there. This ship is so big you can't do it all.
Okay, so now we're on deck 6. Here is the theater that they have different shows in. So I'm taking some pictures in there. Really nice performances, very nice entertainment. So this is the Leonardo da Vinci deck. And like I said, each deck is different. So you go through here, and this is the least crowded I've ever seen it. You have shops and things like that. It's like you're on a regular street. It's so cute. Here they do a lot of dance classes. They have a band back over there as well. And oh my gosh, this is like a chocolate bar. And I think they even have like a little class you can take to make different chocolate creations. Things back over there, as far as I can tell. Yeah, there you go. Build your own chocolate bar. So you can build it. But I thought they had a class too, but maybe one. And then chocolate and cafe if you want to get a specialty coffee. And of course, that's extra. Here you have Hola Tacos and Cantina. And it's a specialty restaurant too, but very inexpensive. I haven't been there yet. Maybe we'll hit it before we go, but it's only a week, and we're only here a week. And I tell you, it's been going by fast because this particular cruise is very port heavy. Crepes and gelato, if you want that. Here. And more shops in there. This is just a huge ship. Here's another little spot here. We sat out here last night and just people watch. So cool, you can people watch as they're sitting out on the cruise. And over there, sometimes they have music. They have a lot of live music, which makes sense because this is more of an international flair. So music is easy. It's a universal language in a way. You don't have to worry about translating everything. And of course, there's the atrium here. And over there, you have photo gallery. And like I said, they have a lot of performances down there. You can sit there. And we're coming into port this morning. Very beautiful. Another little edge cocktail bar. Looks like they may have croissants and coffee. Maybe going back for that. We have a tour scheduled today for Tunisia. So we have to be down here at 9. So I'm walking back over here. Okay, this is where you can pick photos. Through here. Okay, so they do have assigned seating, which it's okay. More of the traditional stuff. It's not like Anytown. It's one of the things I did like about Norwegian. But here, this is on our side to La Perla. We do have a 6 o'clock seating. I didn't have 6, 8, 10. We go really late. So this is the dining room that we've been eating in here. You go back and they have breakfast. They also have this whole little wine area, and they have a wine dispensary, almost like a vending machine, I guess. You put your card in, you can buy the different wines, all those little bottles on the side. So that's this deck.
So I'm here on the main promenade on deck 6, I think it is. We just left a show. It's a Michael Bublé show. Actually, it was very good. They had a band that came in that was playing in the background. They had the music, the vocals. And so we're sitting here. You can just sit down, order some snacks, something to drink, and just people watch on the little promenade here. It's almost like you're on a street in Europe. I'll turn my camera around. And so it's a blue light, so that's why it looks kind of weird, but you can go down that way. And then they have this really cool ceiling up here that you can see little moving things. They're like little shows and stuff. Light show, I guess, on there. And one nice thing about the ship, there's music all around. So a lot of live music. Then that's the main atrium down that way. And I think this is a little French specialty restaurant here. It's later on in the evening, so people are in shows and different activities right now. So really enjoying myself. Okay, so what are our thoughts about the ship? The MSC Grandiosa, we thought was a gorgeous ship. It was well thought out. We liked the layout. They had a lot of places where you could go and just escape and be by yourself. For a ship that size with that many people, you still had a lot of spaces to kind of get away and be off by yourself. So you didn't feel like you had to be stuck in your cabin all the time. So that was really nice.
And I would say for families, there are a lot to do. For kids, had a lot of arcades, had a full court gym or soccer field. All that was very nicely thought out. The bars throughout the ship had plenty of places to eat, snack on, get snacks at. Overall, very nice, very technology-driven ship. I did like that.
Okay, so the food on the MSC. I didn't think the food was that great. I was really disappointed because in the past, when I took MSC, of course it's been 10 years ago, I thought the food was amazing. It's an Italian cruise line, and to me, some of the food rivaled what I ate in the Italian city that we've been living in. So I was really disappointed in the food. The first night, it was cold. It wasn't great at all. The second night, I did talk with my waiter and the waitress, and she did the server, and so she did make sure that my food was hot, and it did get better. And so towards the end, I actually had a couple really good dishes, but I guess you set the tone. It started off kind of, hope you're hearing the background. It started off with it, not being so great, but it did get better as we went along. So wasn't too happy about the food as much. Another thing I didn't like was you had assigned dining, but I knew that ahead of time. And unfortunately, our table mates didn't show up until the very end, so we didn't really have anyone to talk to except for each other, which is okay, but it would have been nice to have someone else to talk to. So I think that's part of the reason why you have the assigned dining, but it kind of takes away from it if you don't have the person there that you're talking with.
My thoughts were is that breakfast was horrible. It was really did not cater to American breakfast at all. After trying the buffet, it felt like a mad dash for food, and didn't like that. So we then tried to go back to the regular restaurant, and it wasn't good. The service wasn't good. The food quality was not good. It's hard to get things on the menu that most Americans like. Europe from some other places, probably throughout Europe, you probably were okay. But for me, my personal opinion is I thought the food, I give it a thumbs down.
It is a European clientele mostly, so for them it's probably fine. From America coming over, which I don't expect them to cater to me because I'm an American. And I have heard that from people who have taken MSC in the U.S., it is different. So just knowing if you are an American and you're coming over expecting this type of food that we have in America as far as some of the items they have, you probably won't be as happy with that. But it's a European cruise line, so you kind of have to expect that. Another thing too, the specialty restaurants, we ended up going to one. They had a brunch, and it was delicious. So I would pay the extra money if you are going to do MSC. Pay the extra money and do some of the specialty restaurants, because that particular restaurant, the breakfast was, the brunch was really good. I think it was at the steakhouse. It was really good. So I would definitely do that again, and it made it worthwhile. I'm saying, okay, this is where all the great food is at here in the specialty restaurant. So yeah, I thought that was really good.
It was okay. It wasn't great.
I thought it was good. The food was really good.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. Another thing too was, like you said, the breakfast buffet. Oh, it was like just crazy. People taking 20 croissants or whatever. They were running out of food. I wanted to film it, but I couldn't go back up, and I was too traumatized. It was pretty bad. It was the worst I've ever seen. And then a lot of times what we did was we just got off the ship because it was really port heavy. So it's like a port every day. And so we just got off the ship and had breakfast there. So that part was fine. Okay, so let's talk about physical fitness. So on the last cruise, the NCL one, We had decided to do the stairs of where we went. Tried that on this ship, and we were on deck 12, I think, and it was a lot of steps. So, and then we also had a lot of port days, so we didn't use the steps. We did the steps a lot, but we didn't use it every single time like we did on the previous ship, because we were just logging a lot of miles just being on land. So we didn't feel the need to do it quite as much. And on Sea Day, I think I did the tour. You're going to see some of that. I did a lot of walking around and recording stuff on the Sea Day. But yeah, we didn't use the steps quite as much, and we did use the elevator a little bit more on this particular ship.
We didn't use the jail.
At all.
Not at all.
So yeah, we didn't use the gym at all. But we should have recorded our weight at the beginning of this cruise and afterwards. But I doubt if we gained a lot of weight, because like I said, the food wasn't great. So actually, this might be a great cruise to go on to lose weight. Okay, so the next category is activities on board. I thought they had a lot to do if you wanted to do things, and to me, it was kind of a fun ship. It was a a lot of people with families just enjoying themselves, and they had a lot to me to offer, different things for you to do. Of course, some of the things that you couldn't do was that would be difficult would be like comedy, because you had this European cruise, and so a lot of different languages. The cruise director was flawlessly moved from one language to the other, which I thought was kind of cool. Some people found it annoying, but I just was amazed. So I just sat there listening like, oh, it's so awesome. So, you couldn't have the comedy. Anything that was really language heavy, you couldn't really have on board. But I enjoyed the shows, because I just enjoy the shows. I thought the shows were really good on the board. And I was pleasantly surprised, because when I took MSC years ago, I didn't think the entertainment was great at all. So it's kind of flipped. The entertainment's better, but the food is not so great. What about you?
TV was okay. They did cater to the multiple languages, so you could get French, Spanish, English stations. Mostly it was news, though. Didn't see a lot of things coming out of the U.S. Overall, probably the top lounge was Sky Lounge. Had great views. Had some great music. The musicians were really good, I thought, at the Sky Lounge. Bar service was not great, but at least the music was good up in that area.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I thought that they had a lot of different live entertainment throughout the ship, which was really nice. You can go to different places and they would be playing music, and so that part was really nice. And then they also would have these like dance parties, like in the middle of the atrium or whatever. They had like a walkway. It was almost like you're in a street in a European city, and they would have dancing, and so you've probably seen some of that, or you will be seeing it when I put that in there. But it was just amazing, the entertainment. I thought you could really have a great time on this ship. Okay, so on this particular trip, there was only one sea day. It was like almost in the middle of the cruise. There was one sea day, and the rest of the time it was very port heavy. We had a port every single day. So one of the nice things about MSC, if you are going to take it, is you do get to see a lot of places. So that part was really nice. And then you stay in port a long time too. I thought that was really good. As far as life on board, you really were not on board very much at all. I felt like by the end of the cruise, I did not know the ship well at all, because we were rarely on the ship. Most of the time you were out on excursions, and you went back, ate, hung out for a little bit, and went to sleep, and got up the next morning and left the ship again. So as far as life on board, it's very port heavy, and I just felt like you weren't on board very much at all.
And I guess for me, what was really different was that every port someone new got on the boat. Yeah. And so when those individuals came onto the boat, you heard every day the muster drill going on. So if you were trying to take a nap or just trying to relax, you had to deal with the announcements for the muster drill in each port that you came into. Sea Day, of course, you didn't have to do that, but on days for the port, that was a common thing.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's true. I forgot about that. You did. I don't know how I forgot about that, but yeah, every time, because like I said, MSC is sort of like, if you look at it as a bus, and it stops at all these different ports, and at every port someone gets on and then someone gets off. And so in the evenings, you would have the next group coming in down to do the muster drill for their if they were getting on at that particular port. So you did have that, and some people found that annoying. I just felt like it came with the territory. To be frank, I wouldn't mind them doing that in America, where they had a cruise that just went all the way up the East Coast, so you can get on and off on different ports. So to me, it was a minor inconvenience if you could have the convenience of being able to get on and off, throughout a coastline. I think that'd be awesome, in fact. So, as far as laundry, we didn't use that. The weather was chilly. It was just chilly in Europe. It's spring, so it was chilly. We finally got to some ports that were warmer. I think France was just freezing. Tunisia was very nice, so the weather was nice there. But we did not use the pools or anything on those types of things on the ship because it was just too cold to use. But I could see that being a very fun ship when it's warmer. You can use some of the facilities that they have there. And then some people just use it anyway. They didn't care. So it's like, I don't care if it's cold, we're getting in the pool. So, yeah, that was interesting. Okay, so the next category is itinerary. This particular ship was very port heavy, which we love. That's part of the reason why we took it, because we got an opportunity to go to a lot of different places. So I think that's one of the things that MSC is really great for doing is taking you to a lot of different ports. Like I said, use it as a bus to get from place to place. So some of the places we went to were Marseille, France, Barcelona. We had a sea day, then went to Tunisia, Sicily, Naples. What did you think about all the different ports that we went to?
I mean, it was okay. I mean, basically, as you stated before, the weather was not the greatest, and so it was kind of cold when you get off. But to MSC's credit, you did get opportunity to stay in port 6 to 8 hours each time, so that was good.
Yeah, it was really nice. It was almost like they wanted you to actually experience the city that you were going to. On some of the cruise lines that I've taken in the past in America, and not any particular one, but sometimes it just got you there, oh yeah, you can check this box, I was here, kind of thing. Rush you back on the ship so you can spend some more money on the ship. But I felt like here they really wanted you to have the time, at least on this particular cruise, have time to really enjoy the different ports that we went to. So that part was really nice. And I thought embarkation and debarkation was pretty good too. They did a pretty good job of getting you on and off the ship, which, actually was pretty nice. We moved pretty quickly.
Well, embarkation.
Well, embarkation, yeah, I'm sorry.
You read it. Had a hiccup.
Yeah, we'll talk about it, yeah.
So it wasn't the best.
Yeah, and that's, part of what we talked about early in the video. That wasn't the best, but debarkation on each port, that was pretty good. Actually, it was pretty fast. Getting off the ship was pretty fast. Despite the fact that they were having people coming on and off the ship, they were also getting people off just to, explore the particular port. Okay, so final question. Would we do MSC again, or even MSC Grandiosa, this particular ship again? I think for a retiree that's traveling, yes. I think it's a good value for your money, so I would do it again. For me, we spent very little time on the ship, so to me the ship wasn't as important because you were off of the ship so often. And as far as the food, it wasn't great, but I mean, you get off the ship and it's a chance to support some of the locals, eat some of the local cuisine, and interact with some of the locals. So I thought that part, for me, it would be okay to do MSC again. Now, if you're working and this is your one big trip for the year, because Americans will usually only get 2 weeks vacation, and then they give you the evil eye if you try to take more than that. I probably wouldn't, because I would want something where I'm pampered and I'm enjoying it and it's got over the top things, that type of thing. That's your one big trip, then I probably wouldn't do it for that. But for value and just to see some of the different ports and to move around, yes, I would take it again.
Yeah, I mean, if you're budget conscious and you want to get a trip in, yeah, you should do MSC. For value, money, probably the best that we've seen out there. And I would say, yeah, spend a little bit more money, get the drink package. We did not on this cruise, and it would probably make it more worthwhile. But just know going in that you may have to spend money for the specialty restaurants if you're not particularly happy with the food. and they were offering specials when you first get on trip on the ship. So you can get on, see if you like it. If you don't like the food, then next day or very shortly run over and sign up with one of the specialty restaurants and you get some better food, better service.
Run. But yes, yeah, for sure, because that breakfast buffet was, like I said, traumatizing. So yeah, definitely for sure. I think I would, if I did it again, I would probably do some of the special restaurants. Like you said, do the drink package if you want to get a glass of wine or things like that. You don't have to worry about having to pay for that or pay for water or any of that type of thing. So if you just want to bump it up a little bit, get an inexpensive cruise, but then add a few perks to make it, worthwhile. One of the things I do have to say though that was really great was our cabin steward was fantastic. He was on it. I mean, the staff that did our room, they kept it clean. They did turn down service at night, which a lot of cruise lines have stopped doing. So I thought that part was really fantastic. So I thought that was really good. And there was some really nice staff people on board, very friendly, very helpful. Met a few that were not, but mostly overall, I thought that they were very hardworking people, and they really wanted you to have a great time. So we didn't meet as many Americans, but I mean, this is European Cruise Line, but the few that we did interact with, we had a great time, and we interact with other people from other cultures and other languages and other countries. So that part's kind of neat. It's almost like you're part of the UN or something. It's all the different languages and people just getting together and having fun, which is nice. It's how the world should be. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. We hope that you like this video and that you will subscribe to our channel, and we hope to see you in the next video. Take care, everyone, and safe travels.